Marjorie Taylor Greene apologized for her conspiracy theories like a week ago. She didn't really specifically apologize, but she said that she had learned and she would stop doing it, kind of. And that was a good couple of days. And now we've got this. She tweeted, this is yesterday. If the January 6 organizers were Trump supporters, then why did they attack us while we were objecting to electoral college votes for Joe Biden? The attack ruined our objection that we spent weeks preparing for, which devastated our efforts on behalf of Trump and his voters. The Capitol attack was planned and organized, not incited in the moment by President Trump, and no Republican member was involved. Well, Republican politicians were all across the country had flown in, but we were all victims that day. And once again, Trump is the victim of the never-ending hate-fueled witch hunt. This impeachment trial is a circus for the Democrat media mob to entertain the masses that they have brainwashed and addicted to hate. You literally talk about how Satan makes Democrats eat children's faces, but sure, we're the ones who are addicted to hate. So they don't see the Dem policies being rapidly forced into place that are destroying our lives, stealing our freedom, and putting America last. What does that mean? But anyway, a lot of that is bad, stupid, and conspiratorial. But the first tweet is saying she doesn't believe that those were Trump supporters in the Capitol attack. It feels like it's January 6th and 7th all over again. She still thinks that that was a false flag, that Antifa or the Democrats or some book clubs, I don't know, whoever, but definitely not Trump fans attacked the Capitol.
Glad she's not, yeah.
Joe and Jayar, go on.
I'm glad she's not pushing these QAnon conspiracy theories anymore, consider she's in office now. And she doesn't say anything off the wall or that doesn't make any sense. There's multiple aspects of that first tweet. I will let you finish, so I won't step on what you have. You still were going. I don't like interrupting you, Iadarola.
No, just really, no, I was going on for a long time, so I don't mind it. Yeah, so I don't remember. What was I saying?
Sorry. Well,
no, I do remember. Yeah. Yes. How many of the people who participated in it do we need to profile and go in depth on? And we find out about all their affiliations. And Trump made me do it. That's why I did it. And like, please give me organic food if I admit that it was him. Where? And then the right-wing media figures that were there in the Capitol. Where's the Antifa? They've now rounded up dozens of people. None of them lefties. Isn't that weird? But she believes it because she is just as dim and conspiratorial as she was back before she was running for office. Reality has to become whatever it needs to be for her to feel comfortable. And what she needs to believe is nobody that believes like me would have possibly done something bad like this. Ergo, it has to be the other side that did it.
It's always the way it is. Also, apparently, according to Rob Portman, Nancy Pelosi was somehow involved in the planning, and this impeachment trial is a diversion. Yeah. Try and figure that one out. But let's flesh through the ridiculous nature of this tweet. So if it wasn't Trump supporters that stormed, that means it was anti-Trump folks or people who wanted to keep them from finishing their objection. So let's flesh this whole ridiculous tweet out. So they want to make sure they stop the objection from Ted Cruz and Hawley and probably one or two others, because those objections would have done what? Because libs and also Democrats, Biden folks, whatever point that this swamp and deep state was organized to storm the Capitol in the name of Donald Trump to somehow convict him, they were worried about you objecting to the election that they had clearly won, and that Trump and his attorneys had been to court and had been laughed out of 60, 70 times. I lost count. But they were concerned that you were gonna do what with your objections? Subvert the election? So you say you're gonna subvert the election somehow. So I mean, you're gonna disenfranchise all these Biden supporters and voters because somehow that's okay. And number two, I thought that we trusted our election systems and you don't trust it at all. But this is the way this is all worked out for you. It doesn't make any sense that we're concerned about you flipping the election. So therefore people ran and stormed the Capitol to stop you from doing it. You were about to lose. Part of the pressure was saying Mike Pence better do the right thing, because if he doesn't do the right thing, we lose today. You were going to lose that day. What would people be afraid of?
Well, and also she's a little bit separate from most of the Republicans now are saying, no, we weren't trying to overturn the election. We were just speaking out for our constituents. We were standing up for election security. She's saying, no, we wanted to overturn the results and we were stopped from doing that because again, she doesn't admit that Trump lost. She still believes that he won, or at least is saying it. And again, she is saying those people there were not Trump fans. So let's play this video. If that is true, then why, let's put this in the context and I'll explain.
Tomorrow, we're prepared to object to the stolen electoral college votes. President Trump was reelected for 4 more years. Tomorrow is a very important day in America's history. We can't allow our integrity of our elections to be stolen. We must object to this vote. So let's get ready to fight for America tomorrow.
Okay, yep, fighting for America. Well, some people did come and they did fight for America. And remember again, none of those people, according to Marjorie Greene, were Trump fans. So why was Trump speaking to a huge crowd of Antifa about how it was stolen and they were cheering for it? Why did no Trump fans show up for that? Because they'd been trying to get them to come for literally months, but apparently none did come. Only Antifa came. And then after Antifa rampaged through the Capitol, killed, beat a cop to death, destroyed property, why did Trump come out and say that he loved Antifa and Antifa are very special people? And this is just what happens. What Antifa did is perfectly fine. This is what happens when he's still in election. Why did that then happen? Why was Trump going along with the false flag that Marjorie Greene believes happened? But again, none of it has to make any sense because her brain is just an empty shell with a couple of like bouncy balls rolling around in it and there's a little bit of fuzz. That's about it. It's whatever. And there are like millions of people that think she nailed it. She's the one. She gets what's going on.
I really am trying to find myself through that maze of logic now. Because I thought it was just like one layer of this differentiation between reality, but it goes like 3 or 4 layers deep. So this is on purpose, by the way. So no matter where you're coming from, you can glom on to any aspect of these arguments and come up with a conclusion that makes sense enough to you for you to believe that it wasn't what it obviously was. Give them 4 different ridiculous scenarios, let them choose one. It'll be okay.
For more political news breakdowns, interviews, stories of activism, and me trying my hardest to care about the occasional big celebrity news story, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/thedamagereport. And you can ring the bell wherever it is so you don't miss anything.